I'm here in Wetlands Park, which when I lived in Vegas was always my favorite place to jog. It's so huge, it's probably close to 1,000 acres. Great place to visit, especially if you need a little exercise while you're here in Vegas. I'm gonna go for a jog around here and I'll show you a bit more. This is a trail they cut in the grasses, and the grasses are about 10 or 15 feet tall, so it's almost like a cornstalk maze. But what makes this place so great is that there's all different types of terrain. So every time you jog here, you have a different experience. As you walk or run along this stream, there are all these areas sometimes where it becomes completely still, and there's other parts with more rapids. This bridge is one of the few crossing points to get from the west to the east side of the river, and it's right nearby. This is the water treatment facility, so that's where all the water from the city is treated, and once it's relatively clean, they put it into this river system where it flows all the way until it gets to Lake Mead. But I've always wanted to organize a trash pickup here because, as you can see, the waters bring all the trash from the city down here, and it sort of collects in the grasses. So it'd be nice to get an effort organized to clean this up because it's one of the most beautiful parts of the city. It's a real sanctuary in the desert for all these migrating birds. When you cross the bridge on the east side, it's mostly desert, but they have hundreds of acres there that you can explore, and it's also very interesting. I guess I'd probably more often stay on the west side of the river, which is wet. It's, I guess, a riparian way. Besides carp, you'll also find plecostomus, or algae eaters. If you've ever had a freshwater aquarium at home and bought one of those little algae eaters that sucks on the side, they're usually only a few inches long when you have them at home, but I think people release them here and they grow to be about 2.5 feet long. There's thousands of them in here. They cling to the rocks, and yeah, it's quite an invasive species. There's trout in here as well. There was a wildfire that came through here about 4 years ago, and the park's really recovered well from it. There's grasses that have sprung up. You can still see the charred trees like here. But there's plenty of wildlife. There are quails running around, road runners. Sometimes you'll come across a coyote. Best to keep your distance from those. There go the quail. You can see there's plenty of parking here and facilities if you need a restroom or anything. And those go all along Wetlands Park. From the starting point to the end, which is almost to Lake Las Vegas, you really can take it that far. It's probably more than 20 miles. I'm back here at Wetlands Park, and I wanted to show you another portion of the park, which is several miles downstream. This is Lake Las Vegas behind me, and you get these great sunsets against the mountains, but then you also have the strip right behind me there. Another great part of this park to jog, and you discover all kinds of things along the water. So I'm gonna take you for a run here, and if you like it, you should definitely come and check this out on your own.